The ground rumbles below the earth, shadows encroaching from the air, and blood flows red through the currents of the seas. The gods have come to earth and they are monsters, or as the organization Red Dragon knows them, kaiju. Want to hear more? Then Operation Red Dragon The Daikaiju Wars, Part 1 is the book for you. So, let's get started. The book was made by a big monster movie fan named Ryan George Collins, or as some of you may know him, the Omniviewer. I'll provide a link to his channel in the description below. His book takes clear inspiration from classic Japanese monster movies like Godzilla and Gamera. Because of that, the story holds a classic oldie but goodie feel to it. It holds elaborate descriptions and details of characters in the book without being too tedious or annoying. The main character's name is Richard Godfrey, and he is an everyday man and reporter that gets dragged into the mysterious organization known as Red Dragon. His introduction to the book is well thought out and easily captivating. We are immediately shown what motivates him, something that I believe should occur in other books more often, which helps as we follow him in the rest of the book. There was nothing really bad about him that I can say other than I found some of his reactions very basic. But that's not really the writer's fault. After all, he is, most of the time, an ordinary man, so his reactions are par for the course for his encounter. Next, we have X. I can't give away too much other than he is an important character with an interesting personality and mindset. He has unique abilities that set him apart from everyone else. While others might take pride in these abilities, he does not. Out of both humility and an understanding of his place in a world of monsters. He is gruff but caring, and while his name may sound stereotypical, he is anything but. With X out of the way, let's talk about Chakra. Now this is possibly the strangest character in the whole book, which is really saying something. Her appearance is, well, it's strange enough to say the least. She has an inquisitive personality that oftentimes gets her into trouble. Her dialogue is bearable, but not amazing. Not terrible, just meh. And honestly, I feel like that describes her character. Where other characters in the book may be underdeveloped, or dialogue may be lacking, Nancy has it in strides. She's the introduction and explanation master of Operation Red Dragon. Her interactions with other characters are witty and interesting, and you can tell that there is opportunity for further development in the next book. One complaint I do have, however, is the fact that she is almost always giving away exposition. While it may not be as painful as Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, it would be refreshing to not need an explanation every minute or so. Enough about the human characters, though. Let's get to the kaiju. I must say that these monsters are brimming with personality. They show us curiosity, rage, and fear, along with a whole host of other emotions. There is always an air of respect when the humans interact with them that helps to increase their stature in the book. The author shows us the monsters' perspectives and thoughts throughout the whole book, which really helps the reader in connecting with. Something that will make or break this book is whether you choose to get the audio or paper version. To be frank, the audiobook is not too bad, but I do have some complaints. First off, the narrator sucks at female voices. Like, really bad. It was absolutely cringeworthy to hear him try to do a sexy voice, and I can't get it out of my head. Ugh! The speed at which he reads is slow. If you go to increase it, he sounds like a chipmunk. But if you slow it down, it is like molasses. If you don't like to read straight from the book, then be prepared for all that. In the book itself, I really don't find any problem other than some character development that I assume will be taken care of in the next part. So, yeah, the characters are good for the most part. The story is interesting and unique. And while I don't entirely recommend the audiobook, I most certainly recommend the printed version. I rate this book a solid 7 out of 10, and the audiobook is a 5 out of 10 because of that cringy narrator. You can get this book in iTunes for around $27, but not the paper version. The paper version you can get at Amazon for around $11. If you like the video, press like or subscribe for more content like this. This is the Bearded Marksman, signing off.